also, if I look at valuations, and I'm still looking at how you guys, or those the traders, arrive at the valuations in which you can price a consumer good company or an industrial good company at 100, 200, and I can't get a GT Bank for 100 naira per share.
So really, when analysts do valuations, they usually use several models. So it can be a DCF, it can be a dividend discount model, it can be a relative valuation. So they look at what other companies in this sector are doing. So for instance, you want to compare JTB to a Zenith Bank, you want to compare JTB to Access Bank, and you look at the likes of their PE ratio, you look at their price to book, and with that you can come out with an estimate of what you think GTB should be trading at. So you look at their book value per share and can deduce what you think the price of GTB should be. So based on all those information, based on what you expect the future cash flow of GTB should be, you can arrive at what you think the price of GTB should be. So based on valuation, GTB is trading about 45 naira from as fair value. So 100 naira is a far-fetch, is
that of this world?
Yeah.
But the banks have all the cash, they have the liquidity. So?
Well, but if things change, if their cash flow improves, because really you are discounting GTB's cash flow. So if GTB becomes bigger, they are recording bigger earnings, bigger cash flow. So with that, you can expect them to take on bigger projects, bigger expansion. You expect a bigger growth rate from GTB. Than of
so
course
you think the industrials and the consumer goods are returning better cash flows than the commercial banks, even the tier one?
No, the banks are returning better cash flows.
Yes, so I expect the valuation to be better.
Well, but for the industrials, apart from Nestle, most of them are trading pretty low.
Down sugar and flour.
Down sugar is low.
You think we can still do more for those big caps?
Yes, exactly.
In terms of valuation, in the new year, with the exception of Nestle selling around 1,000 naira per share, the rest are...
No, Nestle is overstretched. Definitely overstretched.
At 1,000 naira?
Yes, overstretched.
Overpriced?
Yeah.
What do you think is the appropriate price for Nestle?
Well, Nestle, one thing that is going for them is, one, they have a consistent dividend payment policy. Then in terms of free float, Nestle is tightly held. So you have a lot of the foreign institutional investors holding Nestle, and also Nestle, the parent company as well, they are holding Nestle. So in terms of you're not going to see a lot of volatility in terms of their price. So that is working good for Nestle. And they have decent dividend payment policy.
Let's talk about the mid-sized stocks. What stocks or sectors do you see around mid-size? Would that be the insurance? Would that be the oil and gas?
Well, insurance, what they've always been called the next frontier, but I think we're not seeing anything in the insurance sector, maybe for another 2 years. Obviously, it's attractive. We've seen a lot of foreign players come into the insurance sector, but in terms of enforcement of regulation, that is still more or less zero. So in terms of insurance as a percentage of GDP is still very, very insignificant. So while there's a lot of potential, we might not see that growth in the sector, maybe except you see things like consolidation, you see mergers and acquisition. Then so while I would say that the sector is promising, but I don't expect so much in the insurance sector. Why I even think that a lot of them might even suffer. So next year we expect the NSE to institute the par value rule. So stocks can come as low as 1 kobo.
That's the par value. That's what I want to talk about next. What about those stocks trading currently at par value? It was 50 kobo.
Yeah, 50 kobo.
Then the stock exchange was thinking about, Nigerian stock exchange was thinking about, maybe we should bring that to 20, 25, maybe 5 kobo per share. You think that's fair? You think that's fair? Would that be fair?
Yeah, I think it is. What it's going to do is that it's going to ensure that there's tradability in those stocks. And like I said, you might see some M&A action. And obviously, some people that also have big muscles can take up those.
Okay, so if I have 100,000 or 10,000, if a stock is trading at 10 kobo or 1 kobo per share, I can go in there and pick up about 10,000 units.
Yeah, definitely. So what you've seen is that a lot of those stocks, their price would have dipped lower than it is, but because there's a restriction on the price,
which is regulatory.
Yeah, so it's not reflecting the true market demand.
So if you let the stocks fall below 50 kobo per share,
yeah.
If I'm doing an M&A, whether I'm a PE or I'm a venture capital, whatever it is, and I just look at this particular company and say, look, well, 50 kobo looks seriously, why should I buy this stock for? Yes, grossly. No, hold on a second. If you let me trade it at 10 or 5 kobo per share, then I can pick up XY and turn this company around because I need just X amount of money to come in there and take over this company or merge it, or buy two and just merge it into one.
Yeah, exactly. So you can do either. So you can take it up, take over, or you can merge it.
Maybe this is that's what I should be looking at for next year. So what would be the fundamentals from Quadros Capital for the new year trading? What are you guys thinking of?
Well, like we've always advised, we always tell people to look long-term. Equity is a long-term play. And of course, this year has been good. So why this year has been good, you still have like a 3 or 5 year horizon. So I'm going to talk about across asset classes. So for asset classes, like I said, we're always very big on the big names, banks that have robust balance sheet, that they are resilient. So GTB is still a pick for us. Zenith Bank is a pick for us. I mentioned UBA and Access Bank earlier on. In the consumer space, flour mill, Dangote Cement as well. I think they are good at their current prices. They have good potential upside at their current prices. So looking at the fixed income space as well, like I said, one thing that's going to also augur well for the equity market is because we expect lower yields in the fixed income space. And of course, investors always look for assets that give you the best return. So because
they're looking at 40, thereabout, in the equities this year. So when the fixed income yield goes lower, you expect money to flow the other way.
To the equity market.
Back to the equities market. That is very smart. For anyone who is listening to this smart conversation, put at the back of your mind, if you're not already in the playbook. Thank you very much, Bolahan. I know from the head of investment at Quadros Capital. We'll continue this conversation all the way into the new year. We'll bring different perspectives to different aspects of the market. Let's get down to the first trading day after Christmas. Everyone, the holidays are technically over, so we're back in business.